I had to silence the influences of the world and turn up the influence of God. Hey boo, welcome back to the channel. I missed y'all so much. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jayda Meilene, and here on this channel, we're bringing God into the conversation. We're talking about Christ, and we're doing it while we're healing, while we're on our journey of healing and growth and just prosperity and becoming the woman that we need to become, honey. Because this is our time, it's our year, and we're just the only thing that we might be missing is God. And so I just want to be a vessel to you ladies to let you know that you could do it with God. That if you don't know who God is and you're so confused about it, then girl, this is the channel for you. That's just the elephant in the room. I know I haven't posted, or I have been MIA for a few months now, and this video is just basically telling you the reason why I've been MIA for a few months, and then also to the plan that we have for this channel. Okay, so it's gonna be short, simple, and like I said, if you are new and you haven't seen my face, then I recommend that you continue watching this video, because if this is content that you are interested in to see in the future, then subscribe to it. Okay, but let's get to it. All right, Jayda, where have you been? Because honey, I wasn't posting for like 2 months. And like I stopped posting on YouTube for 2 months. I haven't been on Instagram in a while. I just kind of been MIA from social media, to be honest. And the reason why, first, it all started with a 3-day Esther fast. I was planning on fasting, and during my fast time, I don't really like to be on social medias, so I would generally delete all the apps. So that's how it first started, right? So I was like, okay, then let me just do my 3-day fast. And that's that. Did a 3-day fast, and afterwards, during that time, a few things were starting to change. Like my confidence was starting to rise. I started realizing that I had to do certain things in order to get this thing done, and those certain things were more internal things, were the things that I had to get vulnerable about. And then after those 3 days, then that's when it was the year of when my grandpa passed away. And so during that time, I was just very emotional. I didn't feel like posting. I didn't feel like talking, really. To be real with you, like I was really vulnerable. Like I was just being a human. I'm be real with you, I didn't have the full strength to really do the things that I was doing before. And so that's why I just stopped. I just took a break, because I had to reconnect stronger with God, because the things that I learned during that 3-day Esther fast, I knew that I couldn't do it on my own. Like the stuff that I realized that I had to do, I was like, Jayda, you cannot do that on your own. You need something stronger. You need a higher power to help you with that. So then that's why I've been doing that. I've been getting honest with myself. I've been walking in truth. I've been getting vulnerable with myself. Yes, getting vulnerable with other people too, but mostly with myself. And that's something that I felt like I needed in my soul to do. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. I'm probably not the only one, because sometimes like we think that we're the only one, but that's the enemy's trick, trying to put a trick on us that we're all the only one dealing with this. But whenever I went on like Instagram or even TikTok, Facebook, whatever the case was, any social media, mainly Instagram though, but whenever I went on there, I felt like I was behind. Like when I was off it, I felt like I was on track. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm following what God has been saying to me, all this stuff. But then when I got on social media, it was just different. Like there was a lot more pressure. There was like, okay, Jayda, why aren't you moving like this? Oh, I see this person moving like this. Just a lot of comparison. And that made me like slowly lose my confidence, because I'm like, okay, I see this person doing this and this person doing this, and I'm still like this. But not knowing, like you know how on social media we see what people are posting, but we don't know what's going on behind that post. They could post it today, but they probably took that 3 weeks ago, a month ago, you know? We don't know really what they're doing, like real life. And so I felt like that's when I had to snap back into reality and realize that, okay, this is stuff on like me and God's timing. It's not what the world is doing. It's on me and God's timing. And I felt like just deleting social media for a while helped me with that. So I'm still alive, I'm still living, I'm still breathing, thank you God, but I just had to take a break from that because I had to silence the influences of the world and turn up the influence of God. And I felt like taking that break from social media helped me out a lot, because now I'm telling you, honey, it's about to go crazy. Like, the things that's about to happen is not from my own hands, but it's from God's own hands, and I'm just the vessel, and I'm just taking it day by day by that, like with God, you know. So that was like the main reason why I took a break. I know there was just too much voices going on, too many things happening, and I felt like I was more trying to do what the masses was doing rather than trying to do what God wants me to do, and even also too trying to do it my way rather than trying to do it God's way. And that's like with YouTube for a fact. Like, I know there were certain things that I was posting that was faith-based content, but the content that I had coming up wasn't faith-based, and I don't think, and honestly, it wasn't part of God's plan. So that's why one of the reasons why I stopped with that. And then another reason was my technical difficulties. Like, I finally got a new phone, sis. So that's what the camera, look at the quality. Hold up, first take a moment to look at the quality. Like, yes, so your girl got a new phone, and whenever I was trying to record on my old phone, every time, regardless if I deleted apps and photos and messages, it always says storage is full and I couldn't record. And so then I think that was just like another, like, you know, sign saying, sis, you need to sit down for this season right now and just learn and just reconnect and regroup and refocus your attention. And so I was doing that. I was doing some dirty work where I know I needed to, I'm telling y'all, sis, like, I had to really get vulnerable with myself. I had to really unravel the truth, the things that I went through, and just accept it. You know, I'm not done with it. I'm still doing it, but I want to do it with y'all, because the one thing, especially during your healing journey and like you becoming aware that you need healing, the enemy is going to try to trick you that you are doing this alone, that you are the only one going through what you went through alone, that you're the only one who went through the trauma, who went through the abuse, that went through the depression and the anxiety and the hurt alone. But honey, you are not alone. You're not. There's a whole community out there. And that's one thing that we are trying to do on this channel, is to show y'all that you are not alone. We are creating a community where it's of women of color or women in general, that you are not alone in what you're going through during your healing. Peaceful when you're doing it with God too. And that's one thing too, like, sometimes we think that in order for us to heal, we have to do it on ourselves, but why not partner and work with the person who is the healer, which is Jesus Christ and God? Like, why can't we work with them and like talk to them about what's going on with us inside? Because certain things that went on, like, it might be childhood trauma that you went through, like me, sis, like childhood trauma that I went through, that I have to unlearn to learn. I'm still going through it, but then when I try to do it on my own, try to do it by myself, I get more sad, more depressed. But when I do it with God, it gives me hope, it gives me strength, it gives me peace, knowing that His promise of Him, that knowing His promise is to heal me, His promise is for me to have a better and peaceful life. And so doing it with Him has been a lot more better, like I'm telling you. And so that's what we are planning to do on this channel, is to basically, for the people who know God, for the people who are healing, for the people who don't know God, who are still confused about God, this channel, we want to provide a way for you to see that He wants to help you. Just show y'all how you can have faith and how to learn and how to just do these, like, just how to really get on path with Him again, if that makes sense. Like, we want to share this good news with you and share that He can help you, that He will save you and He will rescue you and He will take care of you, because He did it for me, honey. And if He did it for me, He most definitely gonna do it for you, because why would He do it for me and not for you? You know, He's not like that. He's not gonna pick and choose who He wants to help, but He wants everyone. He wants all His children to come back to Him. And the enemy has tried so hard for His children to, like, just go further off the path. But the bad things that had happened, yes, they intended it for harm, but God intended it for good. And so, honey, this channel is for you to refocus and be aware that what happened to you in the past, what happened to you right now in the present is for good, because he wants it for good, but the enemy wants it for bad. So we're gonna shift that focus. We're gonna shift that heart. We're just gonna shift. We're gonna change. And I'm not sure if this is making sense to you, but if it is, then I'm glad it is. I just want this channel to really be how God could help you, how he could save you, and how you could learn who he is. Because if you're the person, and it's okay if you are this person, if you are the person who is, when someone says God or Jesus and they start speaking about them and you're kind of intimidated, or you kind of are confused, or you're just unsure, it's okay to feel that way, because it's just you're confused with who he is and you don't really know who he is or what he can do, right? And that's all. And then to clear that confusion is just to learn a little bit. And so I'm not telling you to dive into your Bibles right away, but I just want this channel to at least help you realize who he is and how he could work through your life, honey. Because if he could work through my life, then he could work through yours, okay? Because like, I'm no different than you. I'll be real with you. And some other things that we are planning to do on this channel is also so there's been like different factors of like why I haven't been posting and why I kind of took a break. But another reason for it too was started working at Lush, and so there, like, I just been like learning a lot there too. And honestly, I felt like I was how do you say this? It was hard for me to find balance between the work life and then also to becoming an entrepreneur, because that's the end goal, is for me to become an entrepreneur, to work on my own, to work with Christ. So I've been trying to find that balance, and so now I feel like I'm getting there. You know, we're getting there. So that's another factor that was playing into it. I'm not sure if that's like, you know, but now that I have like found some balance within it and making more time, what we're gonna do on this a new little update, I guess you would say, is that we're gonna start posting 2 times a week on the channel, and that is on Tuesday and Fridays. On Tuesdays, I'm starting a new series called Morning Tea, where we're basically gonna get our cup of tea, our smoothie, if you drink coffee, whatever it is, sis, get your cup, and we're gonna talk about just faith, and we're gonna dive deep into certain things, like the difference between relationship and religion, how to love and how you accept and receive love. We're gonna be talking about how to get vulnerable with yourself, just different things like those topics, which I'm very excited for, because that's where we're gonna mainly be having conversations and bringing God to the conversation. And then on Fridays, that's where we're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have like the lifestyles, like the fitness, some advice, the routines, because honey, like, your healing process, it's different for everybody, honestly. But at the end of it, your healing process should be at least learning to love your life, because he turned your life for good. So why not love your life? Okay? And so on Fridays, we're gonna learn how to love our life. You know, we're gonna do some skincare, hair care, fitness, like things like that, getting your body back in shape. Like, so I'm very excited for that. So we're gonna have the best of both worlds, if that makes sense. But just know that we are gonna be posting 2 times a week now. I just want us to know at the end of the day that this community, this channel, you could come to this channel when you need just comfort and a safe space even if it's like talking about what happened, or talking about what you need help with, and just different things, like, because just don't worry too, because I'm gonna be telling my story very soon, my testimony, but I want this space to be a safe space. I want us to be open. I want us to like just really connect with one another and realize that we are not alone in this process, in this journey, and that when we do it with God, we're taken care of. Like, when we seek and take delight in him, we're taken care of. And I'm excited to continue this series and continue it. I know I took a break, but sometimes you need a rest. You need a rest, honey, in order for you to continue. Because you can't be going at it 24/7, and that's what I was doing. Because if you go at it for 24/7, you're gonna get burnt out. But sometimes you need a rest, because when you get back into it, you're gonna have a different passion, a different desire, a different burning, and that's what I feel like right now. And I'm ready to record the next video, honestly. But yeah, that's mainly the gist of this video, of just basically where I've been what I've been up to and where we're going next. Because honestly, when you're walking with God, when you're walking with Christ, it's amazing, because when you're walking with him, you're not walking just anywhere. You're walking to the promised land. So when you're walking with him, one step at a time, just know that each step you're getting closer to the promised land. You're getting closer to the land of safety. You're getting closer to the land of peace. You're getting closer to the land of prosperity. You're getting closer to the land that he has given to you. It's not stolen land. He has gave you this land. He has land set for you. Yes, it could be physical land, or it just could be the land that you desire. Because it says in the scriptures, if you take delight in the Lord, he will give you whatever your heart desires, all right? If you take delight in the Lord. But honey, that's all I have for us today. I'm grateful that you tuned in, and I missed y'all so much. Every time I try to do the video, I'll be 4 minutes in and it would say storage is full, and I'm like, wow. Like, wow. Like, I got dressed up and everything. This happened. But it's all on God's timing, and I am just grateful to be a vessel, to be a voice to you ladies, and then also to share my light. Because one thing, even if you might feel like you're in a dark place, honey, the darkness is not going to overcome, because the light, his light, is going to be there shining through. And the darkness is not going to overcome it. If anything, the light's going to overcome it. And so that means that if I could overcome it, you could overcome it. Like, we're not different. Like, there's no big difference, really, honestly. Like who am I really? Like, huh? But the only difference, I guess, it would be is that, like, I gave my life to Christ. He saved me. I surrendered. I forgave all these different things. But just know that we are still the same. We probably went through a traumatic experience, but we just, we're gonna overcome it together, sis. We're gonna overcome it. All right. But that's all I have for today. Stay tuned for the next video, which should be on Tuesday and Friday. So if you want, set your alarms. But thank you so much for tuning in, for subscribing, for just watching and enjoying. Help a sister out and like this video, subscribe, share with a friend, check out my other content, check out my other videos too. And yeah, just get ready, because we're really about to do this. We're really about to take off. He is really directing our path. He's directing our steps. All right? I'll see y'all later. Bye.